Hey everyone, it's Colleen here, and I'm going to tell you that the classroom is ants. It is. The classroom is ants, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, an ant colony has one queen. The queen, she stands at the top of the colony and she tells the worker ants and all the other kinds of ants what they need to do for the day. They all have their own roles, and she's there to make sure that they are all fulfilling the roles that they have. In addition, it is her job to lay eggs. She is continually laying eggs of knowledge, and this is what helps the colony to grow, the classroom to grow. You have next, number two, the worker ants, and there are all kinds of worker ants, and each ant has a job to do. There are many different jobs for the worker ants, and we're going to talk about them too. And then each ant has a unique behavior that is suited towards its job. So we'll talk about that and these unique ants and their behavior. And then the system as a whole has a purpose and a role. And that purpose is to grow and to be safe and to continue growing. And they all work together for the completion of that system. And then finally, I want to talk about the enemy of the ant colony. And there's definitely an enemy in the colony. We're going to talk about where that enemy comes from and what do we do about that enemy. So we're going to start with the queen. The queen is the head of the colony or the classroom. The queen establishes protocol and duties. The queen makes sure that everybody is doing their job and they all come to her doing their job. She lays the determined eggs of knowledge, and this is the most important part of her job. She is laying the eggs to see to the future of the colony, and the eggs are the knowledge. Next, we have the worker ants. And as I mentioned, they all have a different job to do. And as long as the ants know what to do and are aware of their expectations in their role, they will continue to work hard to satisfy that queen. And then the queen takes their work and uses it for her productivity or grading papers, whichever the case may be. But there they are, the worker ants. Some defend the colony, some work to build the colony, and some help the queen lay her eggs of knowledge. Each ant has a unique set of behaviors that it fulfills in order to see to the completion and fulfillment of the colony. So some ants are defending, and some ants are working, digging, helping her lay eggs, but they all have something to do that's different. But each one is very, very important. And each one grows in that unique aspect of its job. And sometimes they help each other along if they need help. The role of the system is to grow the colony, to protect the eggs, the queen, the knowledge, and the colony, and then to grow some more. The queen is laying her eggs of knowledge in order for the colony to have a future. That is the role of the system. And sometimes the worker ants have to help each other along. The stronger ones might come up with ideas to help some of the other ants if they need help. And then finally, the enemy of the colony. The colony has several enemies, not just aggressive predator birds or other bugs, but the enemy of the colony could be boredom. When the worker ants are bored, they might fall asleep on the job. The colony might be standards that don't make any sense or orders that don't make any sense, in which case the worker ants might stand there confused and baffled by what they're supposed to do next. Or a loss of focus on the end game, the health of the colony and the growth of the colony and the laying of the eggs of knowledge. When that focus is gone, there also might be some ants who are just kind of confused, walking around with no real aim or drive or goal in mind. And so for those reasons, a classroom is ants. And I hope that you understand that and you're not allowed to argue. No, I'm just kidding you. Thank you very much for listening.